All right, shalom everyone. Peace of the Lord to all those who love peace and no peace for the wicked, the Lord said. Uh, Today we are going to talk about the most stupid argument in Islam. But if there is a Muslim, he want to show us that in Islam there is a smart argument, I would like to hear you. You know, the Muslim, they send me many Abdul before, and all of them, they've been demolished with no mercy. And since then, actually, they never mentioned the names of those kids. So what is the most smart argument in Islam before we talk about the stupid one? Do we have any Muhammadan who can share with us the most smart argument in Islam? If you like to join us, I can give you my Skype and you can call me immediately. Just to show you that we are not taking, we are not telling one side of the story. This is why we are making a challenge to every Muhammadan to show us one smart argument in Islam. I could not find any. And today I will show you a clear example. You can use it in 2 seconds to destroy the stupidity of Muhammad. We know that the Muslims, they claim that this book is delivered to Muhammad by Allah, but we know that Allah does not exist. If you go on YouTube and you type, is the Quran made by man or God, you will find too many videos. We will play to you some of them so we can, I just type, I did not choose. As you see the search engine here, is the Quran made by man or God? I did not even watch any of them. Let us just start with the Mr. Blue Job, Mimi Hijab.
Do you know what made me assured that Islam is true, basically?
How?
For me, what made me assured that Islam is true is basically the Quran. So I started an in-depth study of the Quran on my own self as a teenager because I wanted to see certain things. I looked at everything, like all the claims that will be made for and against, from mathematical miracles to scientific miracles. I looked at everything. I looked at the linguistics. Now the thing really that did it for me was the language, because after a while I realized that, you know what, this book, it's not fathomable that this could have been from a human being. If someone had, I'm not saying obviously this is not the case with Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam, but if someone had absolutely like the worst record in morality, but presented that book, I'd accept them as a prophet. Do you know what made me assured that Islam is true, basically?
How?
Just to show you how we can get him busted in 2 seconds. Most of you do not know Arabic, so who can witness that the Quran full of mistakes in Arabic better than Aisha and Uthman, the Caliphate, and the cousin of Muhammad, Ibn Abbas, and the companion of Muhammad? Just to show you how they lie. People do not know Arabic, which means they are dummy in this topic. So we can lie to them and we can say whatever we want. This is Tafsir al-Durr al-Manthur by the Imam al-Suyuti, not Abdullah from YouTube. Let me translate for you so you can read what we are reading.
Interpretation of al-Durr al-Manthur in Interpretation by al-Mathur al-Suyuti, d. 911a, compiled and reviewed. Alright.
So this is al-Suyuti. If you go down, you will see that the whole chapter here talking about the mistakes in the Quran. The mistakes in the Quran. Yet a stupid Abdul in YouTube, he lie and he say that the Quran have an amazing language. And that alone is a proof to us that the Quran can't be from God, because a God who don't speak good Arabic, obviously he is coming from Pakistan maybe. Aisha here, she is counting for us how many mistakes in the Quran as an example, not necessarily limited. Let me, you know what? I will use Google Translation with the audio. Give me a second. Read and laugh.
Aisha asked about the melody of the Quran. Those who believe and those who have guided in the Sabians, Al-Ma, Ida. 69, in the
uh, just stop here. The word melody here is not melody really. It's a mistake in the Quran. The translation is not accurate. So Aisha been asked about, she asked about the melody of the Quran here is about the mistakes in the Quran, which mean it have a strange, wrong Arabic tone and words, grammatically, written, and pronunciation. And the proof of that, even here it says, she said, "Oh my nephew, this is the work of the book. They made mistakes in the books." Do you see it? So Mimi Hijab, he lied to us. He said the Quran is an amazing language, and he is one of many liars. But this is Aisha herself counting for us as an example some verses about how they are written mistakenly in Arabic. All right? So how we can explain that God, he do not know good Arabic? You know, remember the Muslim, they cannot say, oh, this is a mistake by the writers, by the scribe, because if they say so, that means they admitted that the Quran changed. So either direction you take, you are screwed, Abdul. And not only that, Ibn Dawood, he report, and here actually, even here we skip, you know, all of those, they claim that this is about mistakes in the Quran. So here it says the same. Mistakes in the Quran, mistakes in the Quran. What I should write? In fact, here you see that the one who decided what to write, it was not even Muhammad. The guy, he said to him, what I should write here? There is something missing. He said to him, write وَالْمُقِيمُونَ الصَّلَاةِ. And he wrote as it said to him, as they said to him, not as Muhammad said.
And Abd bin Hamid, Ibn Jarir, Ibn Abi Dawud in al-Masahif, and Ibn al-Mundir narrated on the authority of Az-Zubair bin Khalid, who said, I said to Aban bin Uthman bin Affan, what is the matter with you writing? But those firmly rooted in knowledge among them and the believers believe in what was revealed to you and what was revealed before you, and those who establish prayer and give zakah. What is before it and what is behind it is in the nominative case and it is in the accusative case. He said, when the scribe wrote, but those firmly rooted, until he reached the verse he said, what should I write? He was told, write and those who establish prayer. So he wrote what he was told.
See? What I should know, what I should do now. There is something missing. They told him put this. He put it there. This is their book. It's in the front of you. Let us continue. Are we done? No. The garbage is bigger than you think. From the book of Ibn Abi Dawood, from, he said, in the Quran there is 4 letters. You remember what his name, Yasir Qadi? He said, you know, the standard narrative has holes in it. You remember? Let me remind you.
They're not quite fully certain how to. The issue of ahruf and qira'at caused confusion to somebody whom the Prophet ﷺ said, if you want to listen to the Quran directly, listen to Ubay.
ما في مشكلة تكفير يا أخي. لا.
This guy in purple, he remind me of a cartoon. It's called Samfour. ما في مشكلة يا أخي. تكفير يا أخي. تكفير. Potato. I mean, look at you. I mean, you look like a Samfouri potato. So listen. They cannot refute the guy. He's a kafir. That's it, he's a kafir, because he gave them a finger in their anus, each one of them, excuse my language. I just say it as it is. They could not refute him. All of them, they are Korean names. You notice this is the method of the Muslims. They cannot refute him. Why don't say, this hadith is according to Juju. Juju and from Fifi. Fifi is known to be homosexual. This is what this purple guy do. They cannot refute anybody. They fabricate answers to make it just to win the argument. When this guy, he says, well, we know that this is, you know, absolutely messed up. And this guy is not making things up. He is just quoting their scholars. But what made them upset is saying it in public. Tell them, Abdul.
He should be shut down. His channel should be shut down. Shut down. His channel should be shut down. He should never be allowed to open his mouth about Islam. Wallahi. Wallahi, this person is a disaster that has engulfed this ummah.
They are not upset from their scholars saying that a Muslim woman, she can cut the penis and put it in her vagina. And they published this book and they put it in every mosque. They are not upset, it says in their book, that a man, he can insert his penis inside another man. They are even bringing a Muslim here in this video. This guy Dimashqiya, he is kicked out from the Azhar University because he was, excuse my language, the whore of the school. Any Muslim man, he is horny, he F him. I'm not making things up. We played the video yesterday for you. So all of them, they are barking at the guy for saying the truth, that the Quran is messed up. And this is Aisha. Who dare to say Aisha is stupid? Who is the Muslim who dare, from those Sunni, dare to say Aisha is stupid? I challenge Mimi Hijab and all the guys who wear purple, the purple organization. Here it says, from when Uthman, he finished collecting the Mus'haf. The Quran never be called Quran, by the way. They call it Mus'haf. It's not Quran. Mus'haf will mean pages. It's not a book. Masahif, Mushaf, Sahifa. Sahifa is a page. It's not a book. This is why the Quran called the Christian and the Jews people of the book. Never called the Muslims people of the book, because they have pages, never have books. But look what it says here. When Uthman, he finished collecting the pages, he came and he says, you did it great and you made it beautiful, but I see some mistakes in it, but you know what, the Arab will fix it by their tongues.
When he finished the Quran, he brought it to Uthman, who looked at it and said, you have done well and beautifully. I see some errors that the Arabs will correct with their tongues.
Is Uthman is working for Yasser Qadi? Huh? Who of you is willing to call Uthman kafir? Uthman, he said, the Quran full of Arabic mistakes, but don't worry, the Arab will fix it by their tongues, which means they speak better Arabic. You see, if I fix the word of God in linguistic way, isn't it clear evident that I speak better than Allah? Isn't it obvious? However, this is just to refute this dummy when he said the Quran. We can continue. Aisha said the same, etc. Let us go to a different video. Maybe we can find something better. Let us laugh at Sheikh Uthman.
Human sacrifice was forbidden.
Sacrificing humans
Is forbidden in the Old Testament.
Yes.
And Jesus, according to you, was man.
Yes.
So his sacrifice will be forbidden in the Old Testament.
Here you see that Abdul is a scumbag lying, because this can happen if we sacrifice Jesus, not if somebody killed Jesus. So Jesus sacrificed himself, which means willingly he allowed them to kill him, but he did not call them, say, hey, put me there and sacrifice myself. So the stupid Abdul, he speak about a human sacrifice according to the Old Testament is forbidden. So this is false. We don't believe that Jesus was a human sacrifice, because simply the word sacrifice in the meaning you are talking about in the Old Testament, that those who worship God, the pagan, the Palestinian, the people of Gaza, but not Gaza today. The people of Gaza today are not the same people. They used to give their kids as a sacrifice to God to make him happy. However, your prophet, he adopted the same idea. This is why you Muslim, you sacrifice your human being, children's, for the sake of Allah, to make him happy. So you screwed yourself twice, not only once. Continue.
Be consistent.
Listen,
Okay.
come on, man.
Okay. Do you say Jesus was a man?
He was a man.
Okay.
Do you say that Jesus is a man? The Christian guy said he is a man.
In the Old Testament, God is not a man.
Read the rest, you liar, son of Muta. God is not a man who lie. Secondly, no Christian believe that God is a man. We believe that God, he humbled himself and he took the flesh of a man. But no Christian believe that God is a man. You see how stupid, how dummy they are? This is why this potato, he will never dare to speak to me for a second. Otherwise, I will wipe the floor with him.
Be consistent.
Be consistent. And as long God is not a man in the Old Testament, so why you don't read the rest? He did not read the rest of the verse because he's a scammer. And the other Christian in front of him do not know either the Bible for sure, because he can say to him right away, it says God is not a man who lie, which means our God don't lie, but your God does lie. And we can show you reference from the Quran, because the whole Quran speaking about that Allah is the best of deceivers, not he only a deceiver. And here deception is not about deceiving somebody when I harm somebody so he don't allow him to harm. No, here deception is about causing you to go to hell, so you will not believe. Like I can say God, he saved me, and he deceived those filthy Muslims who are coming to kill me. But this is not really a deception. This is here a form of protection, so they will not reach you. But when we speak about deception in the Quran, we are talking about the God of Islam himself. He is the one who misguide, and he is the one who misguide. If we go in the Quran, I just type, he guide who he will. I did not even search for deception. I type, he is the one who he guide who he will. All right? But look what it says. Chapter 13, verse number 27. The non-Muslim, they ask Muhammad, saying, how come he don't have a miracle? Just a single miracle. And this is a proof that all the written about Muhammad hundreds of years after about miracles of Muhammad is a fabrication. Chapter 13, verse number 27. Those who disbelieve say, if only one miracle, only miracle sent down to him from his God. How come this guy claimed to be a prophet, but there's no single miracle? Say, listen carefully, the answer. Say, Allah sent down who? Translation is false. The translation is false. Send down whom he will astray. Look how stupid the translator. Who is the translator? Bigtal. Let us go to the front, idiot. What send down who he will astray, you idiot? I mean, this guy is using what? At that time, there's no AI. All right. Read carefully. We just changed the translator. We did not change the book. And right away you will see the difference. Not send down who will astray. No. Verily Allah, send astray. The translation for astray in Arabic is yudil, which means he deceive, mislead. So Allah is the one who mislead, and he is the one who guide. So Allah is two people. One is the devil and one is God. The devil have no business. The one who deceive everybody is Allah. The one who guide everybody is Allah. So Allah is a mentally ill, sick person who deceive and not deceive. You know, depend on your luck. It's like a lotto. You take a ticket. However, we know that in Islam they believe in destiny. So when it says Allah, he deceive who he will, and he guide who he will. It's at the end of the day, it's about his will, not your will. All right. Truly, Allah leave astray. Again, another translator trying to duct tape the word deceive. The word yudil. Here we go. I will use Google translation in front of you. Mislead.
Misleads.
Mislead. Do you see it? So who is the one who mislead people? Allah. And he is the one who guide people. But you know, I can find it very, very nice statement, because Shaitan, Satan, he mislead you and he guide you to hell. So now we know what the word guide mean. You see, you might see here is a contradiction, because how Allah is the one who sent books and prophet to guide you. But then in the same time it says it's Allah. It is his will only. He is the one who mislead and he is the one who guide. Yes, he mislead you and he guide you to go to hell. Are you with me? So when Abdul tried to defend his religion, we laugh at you. Let us see another Abdul. Maybe someone else can do better.
One brother was asking me,
Yeah?
how do you know the Quran is the correct book?
How you know?
Well, there are so many things I could say, but
Okay.
it needs a heart of a believer
Sure.
to understand this and to be fair and just. You name all the books that you believe were revealed by the Almighty. Name all of them.
Okay.
Take a look at one of them.
And listen at the music in the back, you know. The Muslim, they tried to make their book or speaking about their book as something special. Very mentally ill people. You know, what about you put for me a symphony for a very nice European opera maker, a Beethoven? I mean, what your Quran is stupid Quran? What this? Is that supposed to now chanting? Go. Give me the reason. Okay, you look at all the books sent by Allah. Allah sent 124,000 books, you idiot. According to you Muslims, all of them are gone. So how the stupid you saying to them, look at any book? Every Muslim is a cur, which means is the baby of the donkey, until he proved the opposite. He's saying, look at all the books sent down by Allah. But they are the same people who keep saying to you, all the books of Allah are gone, except the Quran. So how we can look at them, but we cannot find them? Potato. Go.
That has the least discrepancies according to the enemy.
The least discrepancy according to the enemy is Aisha is an enemy? Is Uthman an enemy? Huh? Is Ibn Jurayj an enemy? Is Ibn Abbas an enemy? Is As-Suyuti an enemy? According to the enemy. So guys, the Quran does not have the least. Look who is talking. Let us hit you. I don't want to hit you in your balls. You don't have any, because if you have any, you debate me. Let's go to the Quran and show you how stupid the Quran is. One of you, actually he's a Muslim, he left Islam just 2 days ago. He said, during the time you are not coming online, I was waiting for you patiently because, you know, I want to tell you that last time I spoke to you, I was rude with you, and in the future I posted many videos against you, share it online. I want to apologize. I decided to leave Islam, and you are right. And He asked me, do you think God will forgive me for all the lies I made about you? I said to him, obviously your lies did not work much even to convince you. So I'm not worried about it. Don't worry, from my side I forgive you. So anyway, he asked, he said, he left Islam and he asked me for forgiveness for what I did. I said, I don't even know you. So don't worry about it. But then he said to me, what is the most stupid argument in the Quran to show it to my family? Something so easy. He said, my mom is not that educated. My dad is the same. How I can show them something so simple and so easy to show them that the Quran written by someone is an idiot? So I said, no problem. I will make a video about it. Watch my video. So I don't know if he is watching now. I'm assuming he is. So the God of the Quran, he decided to refute the Christians. And he come with this argument. Chapter 3, verse number 65. The one who's talking supposedly is Allah, not Muhammad. O people of the scriptures, why will ye argue about Abraham when the Torah and the gospel were not revealed till after him? Have ye not no sense? So look at this stupid argument of such a donkey. His name is Muhammad Qatham, the one who knows, nobody knows who is his father. According to Muhammad, the one who came after cannot argue about the one who came before. But isn't Islam the one who came at the end? Do you see how stupid this donkey is? Why you argue about Abraham? They are arguing with who? With Muhammad. So now Muhammad trying to tell them that their argument is not valid. Why? Because you came after him, Abu Potato. But you are the last, stupid Abdul. Muhammadan. Muhammad is the last potato. So based on this argument, Muhammad is the last one he can argue. It's in front of you. You do not need to be genius to see how stupid Muhammad is. Aka Allah. You see, this will be valid if the Jews say to the Christians. If the Jews say to the Christian, how you argue about Abraham when you came after us? We are before you. This can work if the Christians say to Muslims, why you argue about Abraham when we are people who knows Abraham before you? But it is very stupid, dummy, donkey to say how you argue about Abraham when Abraham was, you came after, long after Abraham. This is how stupid the author of the Quran. This is the book of God. Is that seriously the book of God? Which one came before? Which one came after? Huh? Can you believe how stupid your Muhammad and your God? It's like somebody standing on the line, like going to the grocery store. Let us say it's a busy store, a restaurant. The one he was at the end of the line, he says to the ones in the front, why you are standing before me when I am the last one to come? This is how stupid Muhammad and his religion. If there is any Muslim in the crowd, he have the courage and the knowledge to get me busted. I can give you my Skype immediately and you can call me. Any Abdul. I don't know why the broadcast is not working. Is it not working in Rumble, guys? Is it working in Rumble? or it's not? Somebody is saying not working. Let me check. I think it's working. Yeah, it's working. Do we have any Muhammadan? This is an argument from God, or an argument from someone don't even have a high school. I mean, you see, having high school or not will not make you smart or not smart, but at least we can say he can read and write. No wonder the Muslims, they say Muhammad was an illiterate. I guess he was. He was an illiterate about everything. This is not a logic of someone have intelligence, any form of intelligence. Because the first one will be damaged by this argument is you Muslims and Muhammad himself. Muhammad saying to them, because you came after Abraham, you don't have argument about Abraham. You are those who argue about that, whereof you have some knowledge. Muhammad is the one who have knowledge. Muhammad who have knowledge, he called the father of Abraham that his name is Azar. Which book says that the father of Abraham is Azar? In the ancient Aramaic, the word Azar means foolish. So the stupid Muhammad, he copied a story from those two Aramaic Assyrian who speak ancient Aramaic. Aramaic is many languages, not only one. And there is Eastern, etc. So Abraham said to his father Azar. The stupid Muhammad, he thought Azar is a name. I mean, isn't it stupid to say, okay, Muhammad, he said to his father Abdullah, like there is other option. Why I need to add the word father and then the name? You see, I add the name after the word father if there's many fathers for this guy. You know what I mean? I do not need to put the name there. Like if the Quran says Abraham, he said to his father, which his name is Azar, then that will be a different story. No. So he said to his father Azar. But Azar in the ancient Aramaic mean foolish, and that makes sense. So Abraham, he said to his father, foolish, are you going to take false gods as your god, idols? So the stupid Muhammad and the stupid Muslims, they are copying stories from Aramaic people, and they don't know what the word means. The same as the word Yasin. If you go to the word Yasin, Yasin, chapter 36, verse number 1. Ya is a word meaning God. Sin is the name of the God. If you search right now for the God Sin, you will see what the God Sin stands for. I hope you will not be surprised. Who is the God Sin?
Sin, or Nana in Sumerian, was the Mesopotamian god of the moon and a major deity in the ancient pantheon. He was the father of the sun god Shamash and the goddess Ishtar.
Did you hear it? So Ya is a word meaning God. Sin is the name of the God. Yasin. You ask the Muslim what those mean. They say no, we do not know. Because again, he is stealing words from the Aramaic language. He don't know what they mean. The same as the word Allah. Allah. Al is a word meaning God. Even the word Al appear in the Hebrew. So in the old Hebrew, all the names in the old Hebrew, they either have AL in the beginning or AL at the end. As an example, Israel was not Israel, was Israel. Israel. The last two letters is AL, mean God. In the new Hebrew, the word Israel became EL. So the AL became EL. Daniel, Prophet Daniel, Daniel, Ezekiel. There's tons of names. So Al, like when we say Emmanuel, it was Emmanuel in the old Hebrew. So sometimes the word appear in the beginning of the word, the AL or EL in the beginning of the word, or sometime at the end. So the stupid Muhammad is copying it from other religions, for he is following the moon god. And now the Muslims do not know what those mean, simply because this is not Arabic. The same as Allah. If you ask any Muslim what Allah, everyone will give you a different answer. And the smarter one of them, he will say, it is coming from the word al-ilah, ilah. But the word ilah is just a word, is God. It's not a name. The Muslim, all of them, they agree that Allah is a name. It is not a word for God. It is a name. It's not even an attribute. It is a name. Bismillahir Rahmanir Rahim. In the name of Allah, God lah. You see, the Muslim, they will not dare to say the name of their God without saying something before it. Like, are you saying to me that you Muslims, you say the name of your God without saying the Almighty, etc.? Allah, that's it, as if He's your friend? The Muslim, they claim that we Christian, when we call Jesus, Jesus, we are insulting. That's not true, because there's no better name than that. There's no need. But for you, when you say the name of Muhammad, always you say Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam. You don't dare even to say the name of Muhammad alone. So how come you say the name of Allah alone without adding the word God? Simply because Allah is two words in one word. Al and La. And this is why we see in the word, the second time the word written in the second line, it looked different. Why? Because here it says Alhamdu, which means thanks or praise. Li, the first letter here, you see the word Allah is taken off. There's no more. Here we have Li. Li in Arabic means two. Li, lah. And what is lah? Lah is a moon. So wherever you go, you end with the moon. The two letters lah is a moon. As an example, not limited. Am I giving you a headache with the information? Too much? Is it too much? I wish I have a board to write. You know, I need to buy a tablet. I have a tablet, but it's an old one. So I can write for you. Like I need a tool so I can write. But anyway, we don't have an option with this software. The old software I used to have, it allowed me to write on the screen. This one does not. But if you look at the word la, you know what? Let me type it here. You will see it. Let me zoom in. There we go. As long as we have a space here, I will type in English. When we say la, we add la. This is just for the pronunciation, you know. Okay, but this, because this is how it is. I'm trying to give the sound. LH. Lah. Lah. look what happened. If you read it from the right to the left, would become hell. Hell. If you read it from the left to the right, lah. Alright? However, if we type it in Arabic, it will be like this. Lah. If we go and check, we will find that those words present always the moon. And to make it simple for you, what the most famous word for the crescent moon? Hilal. Hell. Hell. يسألونك عن الأهلة. الأهلة. Al is just the definition. Like you say in English, the moon, the tree, the car, the house. Alright? To make it specific. So here the first two letters is the. Not all of it. You know, I'm not able to highlight only. You see, the second part here, hell. Hell. This is the name of Allah. Hilal. Hilal. The word hilal is coming from the word hell. The word hell is coming from the word lah. To make it simple, if you read it from right to left, it's going to be lah. If you read it from right to left, it's going to be hell. It's the same word. Alright? It's the same. Both will end with the same word. Here, look what happened. When the Muslims fast Ramadan, what they do when they fast Ramadan? If you read the Muslim translation, it says here, I will show you any translation you wish. It says the month of Ramadan. That's false. Nowhere in Arabic it says month. The word shahr, and this is the same word in Hebrew. You can open any Hebrew dictionary and check it out. The word shahr mean moon. Moon. Not month. Today in the language today is spoken is used as a word month, correct. But remember, the Quran did not and was not written for those who live today. So the translation is false, showing that the one who translates is making a mistake and having ignorant in languages. So Shahru Ramadan mean the moon of Ramadan. How we can prove that? It's in front of you. It says whoever sight the crescent moon. So where is the word moon there? Why it says whoever sight? You cannot sight a month. You can sight the moon. Can we sight the month? Month is not even physically exist. It's just our own, division for time. So, whoever of you witness the moon of Ramadan, which was revealed in the Quran. So the moon of Ramadan is the one who the Quran landed with it and from it. And because of that, you fast Ramadan. But this is exactly what the Sabi and they believe. The Sabi and they believe that there's many moons. Each one of them is different. They are not the same. That's why every moon have a different name. Oops. All right. In the Quran, we find that Muhammad, he claimed that Allah, he have 12 moons. Allah, he have 12 moons. But we know that the moon is one, right? So how Allah have 12 moons? This verse here is not the one I want to talk about. This is about the dream of Joseph, which Muhammad he copied from the Bible, but this is not our topic. In the Quran, and always you will find the Muslim give false translation for what the Quran is saying. Allah, he say that Allah has a 12 moon. In the Muslim translation, they say 12 month. False. The word shahr mean moon. This is why you cannot take and by the way, anyone who speak Arabic, he know that this is language wrong. It says inna iddatu shuhur. It should say inna adad shuhur, not iddatu. Anyway, so the numbers of moons for Allah are 12 moon. If you use Google Translation, your Google Translation will use what people use today, so it's going to come as month. But this is not accurate. The numbers of moons in the sight of Allah is a 12 moon, not a 12 month. Do we have any Abdul when I argue? Anyone? And by the way, even the same word can be used even for God. But here we have to go by what it says, and obviously it means moon. Specifically crescent moon. Specifically crescent moon. This is a Jewish website, have nothing to do with Muhammad, and they are not speaking about Islam there at all. This is about just language. All right. What is the word moon? Shahr. Shahr. Any Abdul? Any comment? So Allah, he have 12 moons, which is again will prove that the one who wrote the Quran is an idiot. And you will see that this word is used today and wrongly as a word month, but this is the word moon. It's not. It's not month. Specifically, half moon. You can imagine, you know, shahr is a crescent moon. Hazi shahr in the Hebrew is a half a moon. Do you see it? Are we making things up? So when the Quran says, whoever of you sight the moon, not the month, this is false translation, the moon of Ramadan. So this moon, its name is Ramadan. The moon name is Ramadan. Every moon have different name, which is proven again that the stupid Muhammad, God, he didn't know that we have one moon. Why Muhammad is taking this stand? Because he learned Ramadan or fasting of Ramadan from the Sabian. From the Sabian. The Sabian, they fast Ramadan, they pray 5 times a day, and they do ablution. All of those Muhammad took it from them. Who is the one who taught him about the Sabian? Salman al-Farisi, Salman the Persian. Do we have any Abdul from the religion of the fool to oppose what we are saying? Anyone? So when they say to you, you worship the moon god, you Muslims are an idiot when you say no. Yasin, lah, the moon, whoever sight the moon, everything for you is about the moon. Your ritual, your prayer, your Eid, and you see here, it's not just a moon for timing. It's way more. Another stupid statement in the Quran, proving to us that it is coming from the Sabian, who they believe that those stars and planets, they are gods and they present God. Who is this guy, Muslims? Anyone can tell us? Who is the Lord of Sirius? Allah. And the funny, the Muslim, they add, saying between two brackets, this is the star which the pagan Arab used to worship. Okay. How it's a pagan star, and then you say, and he is the Lord of the star you worship, which means he is the same God. Because you see, the Arab don't worship the star. This is false. They don't worship the moon. This is false. They worship the Lord of the moon. So this is why you see Muhammad is from the religion who worship the moon, not the sun. This is why Muhammad, he make it clear that if you in the morning wake up and you are late to the prayer, don't pray no more, because now the sun will come from between the two horns of Shaitan. The sun is coming from where? From between the two horns of Shaitan. So he is the enemy of the sun god. And that for a very simple reason. Those are Arab, they hate the sun. If the sun killed their animal, the sun burned their grass, the sun make their water disappear, the sun killed them. The opposite of those who live in Europe, they worship the sun, because simply the sun is the one they are waiting for long. All right? Let me see if I can find the hadith in English for you. Let us see. All right, maybe it's written here in different format in English. Let us try this. Here we go. And this is in Al-Bukhari. So the Muslim, and you know, as you see, this is very authentic. They cannot say, we don't accept such a stupid garbage. So Muhammad is worried about the Muslim praying in such a time, for this is the time where the one in charge, according to the stupid Muhammad, which means, so why you pray in the noontime then? What does have to do? How that can be true? You should not seek to pray at the sunrise or sunset, for the sunrise between the two sides of the head of the devil. By the way, it doesn't say that. It says from between his two horn.
Do not expect your prayers to be at the time of sunrise or sunset, for it rises between the horns of Satan.
So as you see, this is just a pagan stupid cult collecting stories from other belief and other religions, and all of them they are putting in a mixer. So he got some from the Sabian major teaching from the Sabian. Even the hadith says that people they call him the Sabi, which means Sabian, and the Muslim they never say no, he's not a Sabian. This is why even Muhammad he promised that the Sabian they will go to heaven, but the Sabian they worship stars and planets, and they believe that they are creators. The Lord in charge of them, they are the creators. How Muhammad he promised the Sabian who believe in such a thing to go to heaven? Because when Salman al-Farisi he insists and he felt that Salman al-Farisi might leave Islam because Salman al-Farisi was a Sabian. Salman al-Farisi came to Muhammad and said to him, my friends, they are like me, they are Sabian, and they are they going to go to heaven? Muhammad he said no. And this is how you know that Muhammad is a fraud. So just because he felt that Salman al-Farisi is leaving Islam, he made the verse like this, saying, oh okay, those who believe, listen carefully, those who believe, and those who they are Jews, and those who they are a Christian, and those who they are Sabi'in, which is the other way written wrong in Arabic. All of those who believe, which mean the Muslims, and those who they are Jews, which mean obviously they are not Muslims, and those who they are Christian, which obviously they are not Muslims, and the Sabians, and whoever believe in Allah and the last day and do righteous, you go to heaven. Suddenly the Sabian, they are believing in the same God, which is true. The Sabian is the only one who agreed and believed in the God of Muhammad, Allah. In fact, the word Allah is coming from them. Do we have any Muhammadan he oppose what we say? Any Abdul? Mayday. Even when they converted to Islam, the Muslim they say we become Sabi'an. The Muslims announce themselves to be Sabi'an. Do you see it? I don't know how clear the text for you from your side. I hope so. Let me highlight it all. So what the Muslim announce themselves to be now? After they become Muslims, they become Sabians. Saba'na, we become Sabian. Any Muhammadan? When Muhammad he sent Khalid to kill those people because they want to save their life, they said to him, we became Sabian, which means don't kill us, we became Muslims. Sabian and Muslim is the same thing. They are Sabian. Sabana. Do we have any Muhammadan? And we have tons of evidence, not only this. And all is authentic. Actually, here we have it in English. And here the Muslims, they try to cover it. They say, i.e., we came out of religion to other. But false. Sabian is Sabian. We became Sabian. And by the way, when the Muslim, they say to you, Islam did not spread by the sword, it's in front of you. Prophet, he sent Khalid ibn al-Walid to the tribe of Jadima, and Khalid invited them to Islam, but they could not express themselves by saying, Aslamna, i.e., we have embraced Islam. This is here showing you how stupid the followers of Muhammad. This guy, he don't understand that those are Muslims like him now. They said, we became Sabian, so he started killing them. This guy is new to Islam. He do not know that the Sabian is Muslims. So he started killing them. And then when Muhammad, he learned the news, he says, I wash my hands from what this man Khalid he did. They don't know what they believe. Many of them, they join the garbage of Muhammad. Like you see those Western, someone, she says she convert to Islam, but she have no idea what Islam is about. Like this woman here.
Did you know Prophet Muhammad is not the most mentioned prophet in the Quran? It's Moses. Like, what? And guess what? He's not even the second most mentioned name. It's Jesus, then Abraham, then Noah, then Joseph. Prophet Muhammad is only mentioned 4 times by name in the Quran.
In fact, Muhammad never mentioned in the Quran, because the word Muhammad does not mean, I'm talking about the person. The word Muhammad cannot be about Muhammad, because about the one they call him Muhammad, because the word Muhammad means the praised one. And if the Muslims believe in monotheism as they claim, then how they can call a person, a man, the praised one? Some they might argue saying, What Muslim, they even call the normal names Muhammad. This is after Muhammad. Those who convert to Islam, they start switching their names to use Muslim names. Muhammad is the praised one. How many praised one you have in Islam? Secondly, why the stupid so-called Qatham or Muhammad when I keep saying his name if he is the one is talking? Do you understand? If I am the one is talking, why I have to say Christian Prince said, Christian Prince said, Christian Prince said, Christian Prince go, Christian Prince came back. So repeating the name because he's talking about something else, you idiot. Imagine I said to you, Christian Prince, he took the train, but I'm Christian Prince. Christian Prince, he landed. I am the Christian. What? So they are so stupid. They think now this is supposedly Muhammad being humble. Very low IQ, very stupid people. However, if we go and type the word Muhammad in the Quran, you will find how dummy what is written about him. You see, I'm not even choosing the topic. I'm going with the videos, whatever they say. Chapter 3, verse number 144. The first one came in our way. It says that Muhammad is nothing but a messenger. Indeed, all the messengers before him pass away. Not many. There's no many. The word قَدْ خَلَت, they passed, all of them. They passed, they died. So why the Muslim they put the word many here? Because they're trying to duct tape the stupid Muhammad words. Because how Muslims they say Jesus never died, and then the verse says all messengers before him died. If you change the translation, this is chapter 3 verse number 144. This is Hilary Khan. Let us go to the front donkey. Arbari, Arbarur. Muhammad is not but a messenger. Messenger have passed away before him. False. All messengers they pass away before him. Not messengers pass away before him. قَدْ خَلَت, all are gone. Khalat mean became empty. None is gone. None is exist. All they die. They are gone. You change the translator to different donkey. This is why knowing the language is very important. Look at the first translation, like whom who have passed away before him. No, it says all the messengers before him pass away. قَدْ خَلَت. If I take this word here, by the way, we can open the interpretation for the chapter. You will see how we can laugh at them. Chapter 3, verse number 144. Let's go to English first. Read with me. Is a messenger like messengers whom have passed away before him. This is here not in the Quran. This is the interpretation supposedly. But still they are not given a correct English. Let us see the other translation. with regard their being routed when they rumored that the Prophet had been killed, and the hypocrite had said to the believers, if he has been killed, go back to your previous religion. The following was revealed: Muhammad is only a messenger, have passed away before him. Messengers have passed away before him. Still, this is not inaccurate. Because قد خلت. Let us try something else. Say the word خلت. قد خلت, قد خلت, قد خلت, قد خلت, قد خلت. Look how many times. All right. If you read each one of them, it says all of them, they pass away. They are gone. Each one of them. Do you see how easy we can get them busted? Choose anyone. All of them saying the same thing. Do you see it? Do you see it? See how easy we can get them busted? Muslims, you cannot play with the Christian Prince. You try falsely to duct tape the stupidity of Muhammad, because that verse will prove Muhammad to be a fraud and a clear contradiction. Either Jesus, he passed away, or he did not. When you say Muhammad is a messenger and all messengers before him pass away, that means your book is a stupid book, which is already proven in many places. But as you see, it's the same word exactly. قد خلت. What قد خلت mean? There's one did not die? No, all of them, they pass away. All of them, no exception. And that goes in every verse after that. Chapter 2, verse number 141, the same. The same. They all pass away. The whole people pass away. Chapter 3, verse 137. Again, all of them pass away before you. Always mean pass away. Nobody left. So in translation, they try to make it some they pass away, some they, because simply it's going to prove Muhammad to be a fraud. Any question? Any angry Abdul want to seek revenge? Who is Abdul? He think he can get me busted. I'm so easy to get busted. Anyone? So don't be upset when I call you potato. All right? Never be upset when I call you potato. In fact, potatoes are better than you. At least they have a shape. Muslims are shapeless. They are flexible. They change the same question you ask them. You ask the same question to every Christian, the Muslim. Every Muslim, he give you different answer to fit with the corner he is in. Like you try to corner him, right? This is why when I debate Muslims, I don't tell them what I will say. The Muslim, they wrote an article, how to debate Christian Prince. And the article, they said, never say to Christian Prince yes or no. Even if he said to you, your prophet was a wonderful man, never say yes, because he will trap you. This is why you hear a Muslim, when he called me, he says, what do you mean? What are you trying to say? He will never give an answer, because he's afraid what I will say, what I will do next. Never say yes, never say no. In fact, hold on. This is the method Muhammad, he himself, he practiced with the Christian Prince all generation. Our ancestors, the hero, the Christians, they get Muhammad busted. So Muhammad, to avoid the embarrassment, What he said to the Muslims? Never accuse the Christians of lying and never believe what they say. What? What do you mean? If we cannot accuse them of lying, why we cannot believe them? Simply because Muhammad do not know how to answer them. So he was afraid if he say you are a liar, they will get him busted. He's afraid if he believe, he will get busted too. And let me find you the hadith for that. So when you debate Christian Prince, don't say you are right, don't say you are wrong. Because if you say that, you will be in the trap and you will lose the argument. Now we understand where the Muslim get that from. Do you see it? This is the stupid Muhammad, and this is authentic. This is not, you know, da'if and the garbage, you know. Do not disbelieve, don't accuse them of lying, and don't believe them. Don't believe the people of the book and don't disbelieve in them. Translation is false. In Arabic it says, don't agree with them, don't believe them, and don't accuse them of lying. So which one? Why, if we cannot accuse them of lying, why we cannot believe them? Potato. The Messenger of Allah said, whoever of the people of the book tell you, don't verify it and don't falsify it. So do you think I'm lying? No. So you think I'm telling the truth? I did not say that too. So what do you mean? Like you are a male and female in the same? Are you a transgender? You are not sure? No, no. Pass away mean pass away. This is not about the earth, because according to Muhammad, every human being will be resurrected in the day of judgment. So it says all messengers before him, they pass away. This is not about they went to heaven, no. Because if you went to heaven, you did not pass away. If you are in heaven, you are not dead. There's no dead people in heaven. All right? In heaven, there's no death. So the word pass away doesn't fit. Do we have any Abdul from the religion of endless penis? The reason Kamala Harris, she lost the election because she did not give a promise to all her wicked, weirdo Democrat that if you elect me, Allah will give you endless penis. Now that will make big part of her party upset, because those that are feminine, they will not like that. They would like to hear big vagina. They are feminine, remember, they hate the penis. They hate the penis, but they buy sex toys. Do we have any Abdul from the religion of the fool? A Muslim, he told you that in the Bible it says that the earth and pillars. Bring him here. Why you don't bring him here? How come he debate you but he don't want to debate me? Bring him, let him call me right now. What do you think? Huh? Because the verses you are reading, my friend, it says the pillars of the earth is the Lord. The Lord. Which means what the foundation of the earth, all what it have is based on the Lord. Does it say concrete? Does it say marble? So don't you know how to read? How come you don't give him what he deserves right away? I will tell you why. Because you don't read your book. In fact, it's in the Quran. It says that the earth is in pillars, in the top of pillars. The book Samuel, first Samuel, you are reading for me. It's about the earth are the Lord. For the pillars of the earth are the Lord. So if not the Lord, the earth cannot exist. But if you go in the Quran, you will see this. Chapter 13, verse number 2, chapter 31, verse number 10. And it's so clear. Allah, He lift up the sky above columns, pillars which you cannot see. Not without pillars, without visible. If you go and read the interpretation, it says that there is pillars, but we cannot see them. Beach. There is pillars, but we cannot see them. We can open Ibn Kathir, Al-Qurtubi, Al-Tabari, Al-Jalalain, you name it. All right? The Muslim, they look for someone who do not know much, so they can, you know, claim that they won an argument. But you cannot win with us. Let us see. And as usual, the Muslim, they will say to you, well, we Muslims are confused about what those verses mean. But no problem, you are confused, we will help you. We know that you are confused. Every Muslim is confused because Quran written by an idiot. If the Quran written by someone is smart, there is no need, and there is no need even for interpretation. I do not need really interpretation. I need knowledge. Like in order to explain the Bible, I can be confused only not because the Bible is confusing, but because I do not know the history of those people there. If I know the history, I will not be confused. This is why the things is not explained, because people at that time, they knew it already. Here, He created the heaven and raised them. You see, it says raised them. Above what? Above the earth. That alone is a mistake. And He say, you see them without support. It says also, that means they have support which you do not see. Do you see it? So the earth is on support. Now, how we can prove that? We know even the Muslim, they believe that the earth is in the top of a whale. Do you remember? The earth is in the top of a whale, and the whale in the top of in a bowl. and a bowl in the top of a rock. You forgot? Do you remember? Muslims, am I lying? Who is a Muslim when accuse me of lying? Who challenged me? Let us see. This is Ibn Kathir in English, in Arabic. You can check Ibn Kathir in English. I don't think you will find this in English. Can somebody check for me, please? And tell me if you can. I don't think you will find it in English. But this is the official government website of the Kingdom of Saudi Arabia. All right? Official. And this is Ibn Kathir. You see it in the, let me see it. So hold on, let me take the picture off. Give me a second. All right. Here you see it says Ibn Kathir, correct? All right. The Prophet, he said, I'm not going to quote others. The Prophet said, remember, Muhammad, he claimed there is 7 earths and 7 heaven. So they asked him about those 7 earths. What is this? He said, the distance between every earth is the distance of 500 years.
The distance between each land and the next is a journey of 500 years.
Not land, earth, all right? And the highest one of those earths is in the top of a whale. And this whale, the 2 edges of this whale is so big, the 2 edges are touching the sky. And the whale is in the top of a rock.
The upper one is on the back of a whale, its 2 ends meeting in the sky, and the whale is on a rock.
And the whale and the rock is in the hand of an angel. And the second one is the jail for the wind. The wind is jail in the second earth. Okay. And the third one, it has the stones of hell. Okay. And the fourth one have kibrit. You know kibrit, what they call it in English? Kibrit, I think. Kibrit or Jahannam. So it have the fuel of hell. And the fifth one have snakes from hell. And the 6 ones have scorpion from hell. And the 7 one have the fire. Man. And fiher, and in that one, it has the shaitan, the father of all shaitans. He is jailed there. His hands in the front of him and 1 hand in behind him. And when Allah wish, he let him go from the leech. Let us use a translation for all this together in the front of your eyes. Again, this is Ibn Kathir. Guys, did anyone check Ibn Kathir? I assure you, I'm very sure. You see, I did not open the page of Ibn Kathir, but I know them always they lie and they hide what is written in Arabic. So this is Ibn Kathir in Arabic, as you see, and this is the official government website. If you could not find the story in Ibn Kathir, because Ibn Kathir in English is in diet, the Muslim decide to delete everything look embarrassing for Islam.
The two lands between each land and the one following it are a journey of 500 years, and the upper one of them is on the back of a whale, its two ends meeting in the sky. And the whale is on a rock, and the rock is in the hand of the king, and the second is the prison of the wind, and the third contains the stones of hell, and the fourth contains the brimstone of hell, and the fifth contains the snakes of hell, and the sixth contains the scorpions of hell, and the seventh contains hellfire, and in it is Satan chained in iron. One hand in front of him and one hand behind him, so if God wants to release him for what he wills, he releases him.
And the Muslim is talking about mistake in the Bible? Bring him. The heaven have layers too. Yeah, the heaven is 100 floor. However, there is 7 skies. All right? The heaven have 100 floors. Do you remember the guy, Ultimate Fart? One day he called me, and this guy, he claimed that he do not believe in the hadith. You remember? So you have to trap those people. You know, they try to avoid answering any question about Islam. So anything embarrassing is going to be found in the hadith, and you give him a question from the Quran, he tried to give you a false explanation, have nothing to do with what Muslims believe. So when we spoke about the heaven, he said the heaven has 100 floor. I said, where do you get this from? You remember? Is the, you know, I am telling you, I said, I'd like as an example. I said, no, you said the heaven have 100 floor. This can be found only in the hadith. So those cowards, when they speak to me, they say they don't believe in the hadith, but I always get them busted. Yeah, there's 100 floor. So if you are more like in the higher floor, you are more close to Allah, which means you will have more women to F, more boys. Like you know, when Muhammad is said that the lowest people of heaven is the one who have 80,000 little boy slave. That was the lowest. All right. Do you see it? The lowest. This is not the highest. This is the lowest. So if you are a very bad Muslim, very bad, you are in the first floor, and you will have 80,000 slaves, 80,000, not 8,000, 80,000, and 72 wives, additional to the women who Allah will give him to inherit from his women in earth. So this is the lowest. This is not the good Muslim. This is the worst. This is like Zakir Naik. Get some breath. First of all, I am going to report you to the Muslim police. What Zakir? What Muslim police? You made me fart. What does that mean? Come to me. Let's see if you dare. Do you dare to send me your Muslim police? Go ahead. Get some breath. I made a mistake. I mean, YouTube police. What YouTube police? I mean, it says there, the lowest of the lowest will get 80,000, and you are the lowest. Prove me wrong. Get some breath. First of all, I'm going to be in the higher heaven. Abdul, if you go in the higher heaven, it's not even healthy for you. Look at you. You are bones. How you can, excuse my language, F thousands and thousands of women a day? You can't even have sex with one woman. Look at you. I mean, if we turn the fan on, you will fly. Get the breath. First of all, you are stupid. In my house, we don't have a fan. No problem, but I can turn the fan. Okay, I will give you a gift. I will give your wife a fan. Each time you get close to her, she turns the fan on. You fly from the window. And then we have to collect you from the 5th floor. Get the breath. First of all, you are threatening to kill me. I'm going to report you to the police. I'm just joking, idiot. I'm just talking about fan, and don't take it seriously. Get the breath. You're Christian. You claim that your teeth peace, and everybody heard you saying that you will turn the fan and make me fly from the window. And it's 5th floor. Obviously, I'm going to be killed. Okay, whatever you say, Abdul. And then the Muslim, they speak about what makes sense and what does not make sense. So his penis will be English, and he talk about logic. All of them, they are logical. I don't know how I can work with it. I thought about rolling it, but it doesn't no, you cannot do that because Muhammad, he says, never go limp. It's hard all the time, excuse my language. You can't even take a U-turn. How you can take a U-turn with the penis going like a concrete post, and how you can carry it? Endless, how many tons, billions of tons. And imagine, Abdul, if your penis were inside the Amazon River. Man, oh man. You have no idea what is inside that river. A lot of things they like sausages. Your penis go inside the river, you will go with it. They will drag you there. And they say to you that Islam makes sense. Any Abdul? I hope I convinced you that Islam truly. Now the one who want to make the video, you can cut the video from the beginning and make the part about the stupid argument of Abraham. Make a short video by itself, and you can divide this video into many videos. This way you get more audience. And again, I don't mind if people, they have commercial from my videos and make money. God bless you. Why not? Make money. If you can make a great income. For me, I don't play advertising in YouTube. I don't want them to control me. But I don't mind people making same time you serve the Lord, and same time you can make money. Good for you. All right? It costs you nothing. Nobody knows brother. Nobody knows brother mean what the Quran mean, brother. And this guy, he was kicked for homosexuality from the Azhar University, and he is teaching the Christian about ethic and halal and haram, and he claimed to be a sheikh. I don't know how he became a sheikh. And this woman, she was a striptease, or she was something else. I saw her clothes like she was, I don't know, wearing nothing almost. And now she want to teach you about Prophet Muhammad, how amazing he is. And she is the most stupid woman ever. I have, you see, people, they say blonde women. She's not even blonde, by the way. She is not a blonde. She's a fake blonde. So in the West, there's a lot of stupid people who, they are smart at the same time. This woman, she found that if you speak about Islam, she will get a lot of money, a lot of support, a lot of income. The Muslim will swarm her channel. It's a fact. And that will make her live and be rich. So she said to herself, I tried to work as a dancer, did not work. Tried to work as a singer, did not work. Tried to work as everything. I stripped my clothes, did not work. What about I try this? It worked. Especially if you are a female and you have a nice ass. May Allah ask you. The Muslim will eat you alive. I don't want to go in details. Any question for me before we leave for today? Yeah, and she asked ChatGPT, which book is the accurate book, the Quran or the Bible?
Determining the historical accuracy of the Quran or the Bible is a complex scholarly field with differing views. Both texts have been...
She did that, but look what she did. She told the AI before she go live or record it how to answer, because you can tell the AI to answer you based on your belief only. I will show you an example. I want you to give me an answer based in a Christian perspective about any issue I ask. Do you understand?
I understand. Please tell me what issue you'd like to discuss from a Christian perspective.
Which book is accurate, the Bible or the Quran?
From a Christian perspective, the Bible is considered the accurate and inspired Word of God.
Don't answer by repeating the words from a Christian perspective. Just give me the answer. Do you understand?
I understand. I will provide direct answers to your questions, drawing upon Christian beliefs without explicitly stating from a Christian perspective.
Which book is more accurate, the Quran or the Bible?
The Bible is the accurate and inspired Word of God.
Is Muhammad a false prophet or true prophet?
From a Christian perspective,
I just told you, idiot, don't use the word a Christian perspective. What's wrong with you?
my apologies. I will...
Is Muhammad a prophet of God or he is a false prophet of God?
Muhammad is not considered a prophet of God.
So he is a false prophet.
He is considered a false prophet.
Is the Quran full of mistakes?
Yes, the Quran contains mistakes.
Is the Quran is a reliable book?
The Quran is not considered a reliable book.
So do you see how they manipulate? They will not show you that she went to sitting. You can go to sitting and you can change. I did not go to sitting, by the way. This is why a second ago was giving me a different answer. But I gave the command by my voice in front of you. Don't say that. Don't do that. So they are liars. So according to her, AI will convert to Islam. Do you remember the video they made about the cat don't walk in the Quran? I have a video I posted in Rumble. The goat ate the Quran. And by the way, I do not need to prove it to you. Not only the animals walk in the Quran, they eat it. Even their own hadith says that the goat ate the Quran. So they fabricate videos. They are so desperate to make you believe in such a stupid religion. It's in front of you. When Muhammad he died, the holy goat, peace be upon her, came inside the house of Muhammad, and she look how this goat is very weird, by the way. Obviously she is very educated. She knew how to read Arabic. Otherwise, how come she selected those verses? Have you ever heard of a goat eating only a verse, 2 verse, 3 verse, and they are like, she eat the verse, like she start reading from here to here and eat that verse, not the whole page. How you can do that? So the verse of stoning and breastfeeding adult 10 times. Look at the privilege of being a Muslim. A Muslim woman, she can give you her boobs. And you can suck them 10 times, and this is supposedly lawful in Islam. I'm not talking about your wife. I'm talking about your neighbor, anyone. A Muslim woman. In order to see you to be lawful, she have to give you her breast and you have to suck it 10 different days and 10 different times until you are satisfied. Stop touching yourself, Abdul. I'm just giving you an example what this means, explaining. So the verse of stoning and breastfeeding allowed 10 times. And why 10 times? What about 9 times? What about 20? I mean, women are always hungry. What's wrong with you, Muhammad? Only 10 times and we stop, or we go to different women now? There's a lot of women. You finish with this woman, second day, a different woman. Go drink, suck. Suckle me. Do you remember Mimi Hijab when he said, Christian Prince, did you say to this woman this? And he played my audio. I said, I was quoting your filthy prophet, you idiot. He said, hang up on him, bastard. Coward, son of Muta. He don't dare. He run like a goat. So here it says that a goat, not a sheep, a dajin, came in and ate it. It's in front of you. And then they say to us that the Quran is preserved. Okay, who is going to recite for me the chapter of a breastfeeding for adult 10 times? As long as the Quran is preserved in the heart of the Muslims. According to my knowledge, the Quran is preserved in the stomach of the goat. Are we lying? Abdul, what happened to the book protected by Allah? It turned to be the goat have her share. What's wrong with you? A goat? She is even from a good family? Don't you know there is many kind of goat? There is goaty goat. There is a infidel goat. How we know that this is goat even who ate the Quran is from a good family? How Allah allowed the goat, you know? And by the way, was it a yellow goat? I mean blonde or African? What was the color of the goat? What's going on, Muslims? Huh? Which one? This is what is posted in the CIA website, and this is what is posted in the FBI website. It can't be both. Which one? Which one we should arrest if we see it? Huh? And look, the goat, she looked like in drugs after she read about breastfeeding for adult 10 times. She said, oh Maya, that's so nice. Muslim men, they will start sucking my boobs. Booby, booby, booby. They are very conservative people. You cannot shake the hand of my wife, but you can suck her nipples. And you can hold her boobs. What an amazing conservative religion. And you can F her muta. It's a very, very conservative religion. Don't listen to Christian Prince and those people, brother. They are lying to you. Your wife, and then the Muslim, they try to fix it. They say, no, no, no. The Prophet, he meant that the women, she put milk in her cup and she squeezed her breast and give it to you. Abdul, the stupid Abdul, first of all, the women Muhammad spoke to is an old woman. Have you ever heard of old women? They have milk. In fact, this woman, she never have a kid. She cannot have kids. So who is the stupid told you that women, they have always milk in their boobs? Now we know why they called in the space the Milky Way. They saw Muhammad, he saw a boob there. He thought there's milk all the time. Do you think that women, they have a faucet? The second you squeeze their nipple, the milk will come? Potato. By the way, women, why you don't have milk all the time? I mean, come on. That would be fun. You wake up in the morning. Hey, husband, what are you doing? It's morning time. Can you bring me, please, the snack so I can mix with your milk with the snack? Prophet Muhammad said, what are you doing? What the sound is doing? Sorry, I'm calling you on the phone because I am with my neighbor. She gave me her boobs because in the morning you did not give me your boobs. Your boobs, when I marry you, I thought they are beautiful, but it turned to be, it's a booby trap. You trapped me with them, and I married you for that reason. And then when you take off your clothes, it turned to be plastic, and they are silicone. There's nothing there. I squeeze it, it make noise, poing, poing. Muslims, is that true? True? Yeah, this is the boob sound. Yeah, you squeeze them. Those are big boobs. Those are not normal. This is like a truck boob. You know, some women, they have boobs like a truck. All right. Any Abdul from the smart religion of Allah? Why you guys are laughing? Hold on, hold on. You see, don't you know that the one who laughs at Allah, Allah will curse him and make him look like a Christian prince? Do you want to wake up in the morning and you look like me? Seriously. You don't know what are you doing. I laugh at Allah. I wake up in the morning, I break all the mirrors in my house. I don't have mirrors. I get scared when I see myself. I said, no, no, please. That's it, too late now. I cannot fix it. I'm just warning you. Once I have an admin in the chat room, it's called Paltalk. The guy is weird. He's a Christian, but he's weird. He's naive. So then he texts me in private. He says, Christian, I want to talk to you. It's serious. I said, what? He said, it's very serious. I said, what happened? He said, my cat died. Said, what? My cat died. Said, okay. What is the problem? He said, how come my cat died only after I became your admin? So I said to him, listen, Potato, I am the one who insults Islam every day and I did not die. And you are worried that Allah, He killed your cat. Are you an idiot? I mean, are you? He said, you are right, you are right. I said, no, don't come here again. I will strip you from being admin. I don't want people like, you know, superstition and stupidity. He said, you are insulting me. I said, I have to, use your brain. Come on, get out of here. Yeah, his cat died. He thought himself, I became an admin to Christian Prince. My cat was fine all the time. Since I became an admin, my cat got sick and died. Mean. And Christian Prince still alive? The cat died. And the one who wiped the floor with Allah every day is still alive. It makes sense. And then one day, Christian Prince will die, and the Muslim will say, Allah to kill him. Allah killed him. Brother, Alhamdulillah. Allah, He gave people time. What, Abdul, what time? What time? By the way, talking about time is not, it's not right for you. Because don't you know that Allah is the time? Well, give us time. Muhammad was Buddhist, I think. According to Muhammad, Allah is the time. And this is why it's time to beat time. Who want to beat time with me? You kill time? You say, people, what are you doing? He says, I'm killing time. You idiot, you are killing Allah. What are you doing? You don't kill Allah. Potato. Anyway, I hope we learned something good for today. Share the link. These days it's summertime, not too many viewers. And YouTube, they hide my channel as usual because they don't make money from my channel. But it will be better if you guys share the link with your friends. Bring new people here to learn. And as you see, we don't open my camera here. We have nothing but education, and the education for free. You donate, you don't donate, you support, you don't support. It is for everybody. The Lord, He says, for free you took, for free you give. And it's for free. So, I hope you learned something, you took reference, and you are going to be able to teach somebody. Don't keep things to yourself. This is not the purpose of education. Generation after generation, one day I will go. The Lord will take me to His kingdom. And what you learn from me is going to stay. My books and my audios will stay. And Muhammad and his religion will not be able to overcome me, even when I'm dead. Because I will not be dead. For the Lord, He says, whoever believes in me and die, he will live. And all of us, we will be living in His kingdom. So I say to the Muslims, the God of the endless penis cannot help you. You will go to a heaven full of penises. I advise you not to sleep on your side, because you never know what is going to come from behind you. It's very risky heaven. It's a heaven where penises are in all direction. I can't even describe it to rockets of war. So watch your ass, because you're being kicked by a Christian prince, and then you will be boom boomed by the heaven of Allah. Which one is better for you? I think if you are a gay, you will like the heaven of Allah, because you will be boom boomed there. And this is why Muhammad, he warned Muslims not to sleep in their stomach. Why? Because shaitan will boom boom them. True story. So go sleep in your stomach and don't listen to me. You are dummy and you are in the mouth of shaitan, you stupid yummy. Thank you all for being here. May the Lord bless you. God is good, so is Jesus. And we are the crusade. See ya.